Hi everyone, this is my interview with Addi Tryggvason, the singer and lead guitarist of atmospheric post-metal legends Sólstafir from Iceland. For almost 3 decades, Sólstafir has kind of been pushing the boundaries of atmospheric rock and metal, and it's one of those bands that when I introduce people to it, they're like, wow. So just check out this sample here for yourself. This clip is from the title song of their upcoming album Hin Helga Kvöl that comes out on the 8th of November on Century Media. In this interview, Addi tells me what fans can expect from this release versus their previous releases, how they paid tribute to Slayer in one of the songs, and he told me how it feels for a band to wait for an album to release after they finished all their work months ago. We talked about the challenges that European bands face when they want to tour the US, which Addi actually describes as a friend that doesn't really want you to visit. Addi told me why he's more excited about playing some of the new songs from this new album than he has been of some of the previous releases. Plus, we discussed his perfume brand, Fjara, which is named after one of the most famous songs and promises to make you smell like an Icelandic forest. Guys, Sólstafir for me is a very unique band. I'm happy to share it with you, and I hope I'm introducing you to something new. So, Addi, welcome. How are you?
Good morning. I'm good. Doing the usual things. Waking up 8 a.m. and doing interviews. It seems to be my life these days.
Not exactly rock and roll to wake up at 8 a.m.
No, because there's two things to rock and roll. That's the spirit of rock and roll, and then there's the reality, and the reality is not cool.
So you guys in Sólstafir, you're coming out with a new album now in the beginning of November called Hin Helga Kvöl. What does Hin Helga Kvöl mean?
It means thy holy suffering.
Okay. And what inspired that?
Well, I overheard it in a conversation, and I thought, "Whoa, what is thy holy suffering?" I mean, in Icelandic, it's very sort of poetic. In Helga Kvöl, something that some book author would write a book called. I imagined. In Helga Kvöl, I mean, first of all, everything suffers in life. If it's nature, mankind, animals, everything suffers. Circle of life. But also, it's if the holy suffering is more if you're willing to go through suffering for something greater good. So it's a conscious suffering. So that would be the holy one because you're doing it to yourself in order for something greater good.
That makes sense.
For instance, you run a bloody marathon. Why would you do that to yourself? For something greater good.
Yeah, and the feeling afterwards is better than any high that I've tried from any drug.
So that's the holy suffering there. You're marathon running.
And it's your 8th full album. I mean, is there something in particular that you think that fans could expect from this album? Did you do something different, or was there something that you felt around the process, or?
Well, it's funny because sometimes I'll come across someone saying something which I think is funny. For instance, like, what is this? This is not the Soulstar that I know. Oh, it's not. It's totally different than the last song I heard, or what's going on here? They've changed, or they're not as like they used to be. I'm like, interesting. Have you ever listened to our catalog? Because our albums variate completely from different coloring or different numbers or different scales or sounds or heaviness or quietness. It's always been about, if you think we sound like 24.7 and you know us as 24.7, next song is going to be totally 87.2. It's going to be something completely different. But then again, having said that, completely different, it's still we're still living in the same, this is a metaphor, same country, territory, spectrum, because none of our albums have sounded like Limp Bizkit or Slayer or Duran Duran. I think since 2000 and let's say 4, I think we've sounded like Sólstafir. I think if you listen to our album from 2004, Masterpiece of Bitterness, it came out 2004 or 5, and the new one, you could tell it's the same band. I mean, the black metal song, Hin Helga Kvöl, we just wanted to see if we would write a song like that now in the year of, we wrote it last year, but because we hadn't written stuff like that since like 2007. So first of all, different lineup. Many years later, how would it sound today? It was very curious idea. How is it going to sound today? We haven't been doing this verse chorus songs with kind of Motorheadish chorus. What songs do we have like that? We don't. So to us, it's pretty new. I mean, and there's no 4-minute intros. So we almost we set ourselves like a rule or like a template. Let's not do the 3-4 minute intros because we've sort of complained to ourselves when we're playing live. Oh yeah, here we are in Colombia, and we only have 60 minutes, so we can play 5 songs.
Yeah.
So sometimes you think, yeah, it would be nicer to have a little bit few short songs as well.
Yeah, you mentioned the title song Hin Helga Kvöl that came out as the first single, and you mentioned that you kind of thought, okay, so what if we write a song like we did in the old days right now? And I love that song. It really surprised me. And you mentioned Slayer here when you were saying, what if we would sound more, or you mentioned them as an influence, and I know that you listen to them. I mean, and that song kind of made me think of Slayer when I listened to it. Was that like something that you did on purpose, or?
Well, coming from a person that's has pretty good knowledge in Slayer degrees, I don't think anything would come as a surprise there. That sort of riff. I know exactly what I was thinking when I wrote that riff. It reminded me of Death Crush by Mayhem, or some other riff, Pagan Fears from The Mysteries of Satan. Very much Mayhem stuff. These sorts of riffing, you don't hear them often in Sólstafir because we've stayed away from them. Because, something sort of, they haven't gone through the filter. There's a very strong filter in this band, what gets through. This one was sort of, I think this is the riff that we're gonna be like, it's like the green card lottery. I think this riff is gonna win the green card lottery. We're gonna allow it in the fold. So we had this one metal riff, because we don't really have metalist riff. You don't see me doing some constant Hetfield picking. It's not our style. But this was allowed in, and then I figured, well, it kind of sounds, but the riff doesn't. Well, the ones when we put a certain drum beat to it, it sounded Slayerish. So the drum beat made it, this Angel of Death vibe came up, and then I figured I hadn't written any vocal lines, so I was writing vocal lines to the song, and my head goes into as a reference vocal. So, what am I going to do here? What am I going to do here? And then this vocal line stuck. I'm like, and for some reason it just never left. I changed the lyrics. The riff is not the same. Is the vocal line quite alike? Yes. Is it an accident? Yes. Is it? Yeah. So obviously,
but it works. It works.
It's a total tribute. It's so much like it that it's a total tribute. I love Slayer. I've been loving Slayer since 1987 when I first heard Rain and Blood, and my first tattoo was Rain and Blood on my arm. So I think I'm a legal Slayer fan.
What I was curious about, I was thinking about it because now I know you and I've known you for quite a while. You finish an album, you deliver it to the label, it goes into all this processing. You need to make the vinyls, you need to make the CDs, and there's all that stuff. How does it feel as a musician to wait from when you kind of finish your part of kind of writing, recording, mixing, and then until it comes out? Is it anxiety or anticipation, or what's the feeling?
Well, the album was recorded in May 23. So a little bit over 12 months before, let's say February 22, we sort of said, okay, we're going to write a new album. We have like 12, 14 months. So that starts, let's say February 22, writing. So, then 12, 14 months later, we're recording it. So it's been, 14 months then of work on this album. Then we recorded in May. We didn't mix it right away because, life happens. We do other stuff than play heavy metal on this planet. And then we started mixing it, after the summer. Then we mixed it. And then, of course, it's time to deliver it and make the artwork and do the photos. And, but before that, I spent a long time on writing lyrics. It takes me a long fucking time to write lyrics.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's been, 2 years since we started. No, then it's been 3 years since we started working on the album. And it isn't out yet. Right now, I mean, I've been doing interviews for 2 weeks, so sometimes I do 5, 7 interviews a day. If I wouldn't be doing that, if I would have time, I would just be now writing a new album. But I don't have time right now.
But what is this emotion though, Addi? I mean, do you know what I mean? Like, are you?
My point is, I'm not thinking about it at all.
There is no concern, like, oh, what if people don't like it? Like you're not like nervous, like going to an exam at school or something.
I'm 47 now, man. I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
So
wait until you're 50.
Then I give less fuck, right?
Exactly. But you changed label also. You went from Season of Mist to Century Media. How has that been?
Yeah.
How has that been so far? Changing labels.
I don't know. It's like you were. I'm gonna tell you a little story. It's like you were dating two women at one point in life, which you would of course know nothing about. You were dating 2 women. Then you end up marrying one of them, and then you decide it's been good. We've done 4 kids. They're all grown up, and I think maybe there's more to life. So in perfect peace, you just decide to divorce. Everybody's happy. Kids are happy, healthy, going to college, and you think, well, I used to be in love with this other one as well. Maybe I should give her a call. Maybe she's single, ready to mingle. That's almost what happened. So we just we hadn't been a single band for a while because we had a very happy relationship with Season of Mist. We did 4 albums with them in a 12-year period. We were very happy with Season of Mist. We felt, let's try something new. It's then we even did we went to a new studio and we went to a new producer. You can't be in the comfort zone all the time.
Exactly. So the album comes out now, 8th of November, right? And then when is the tour starting? Where can people see you live, and how does that look like now?
Well, don't ask me to tell you on a video interview all the cities we're gonna do.
No. But is it Europe or?
Yeah. We're going. I'm saying it starts on the 12th of November.
Okay.
And ends on 8th of December. So it's like roughly 3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's only Europe.
Yeah, we're not doing Scandinavia on this run, I can tell you.
And then next year, I guess. I mean, what about the US, South America, festivals?
Well, US is I don't know. If US would be a person, it acts like it doesn't want us there. It's super expensive, and I mean, I'm sorry, I'm not in the position of me or anyone else in the band to go to America for a month and losing money on it. I mean, it sucks that it's about the money, but we've got mouths to feed and bills to pay. So same story. And if someone doesn't understand that and complains that the band needs money, I say, good luck, have fun in your mom's basement.
Yeah.
Because the reality is different. But I love touring America. I mean, it's it's something about it. You know, and then we last US tour we did was the Paradise Lost tour. That was the best US tour we've done. It was great. I love being there. It's just it's a shame how expensive it is to get there and be there.
Is there any of those songs from the new upcoming album that you look more forward to playing live? Is there any of
I don't know exactly what we are gonna play because we are not there yet. So at least these 3 songs we'll do.
Okay.
But I can tell you this: I haven't been this excited for a long time, but playing a lot of stuff from the new album. I don't know. These are more up tempo or more sort of to the point. Dare I say rock and roll songs, even though they're
Yeah.
not. We're not doing AC/DC covers here.
Yeah. Addi, you're also you make a perfume called Fjara after one of your most famous songs.
Mm-hmm.
Is that something that people can buy online somewhere?
No, you can buy it. I'm usually just bringing it with me on tour.
Okay.
So we, of course, like every band, we're just traveling T-shirt salesmen. So
Yeah.
we have a merch stand, and I usually have that. It's a unisex oil perfume.
Yeah, I use it. It has worked magic for me. I'm the most popular guy in the neighborhood.
That's what I keep hearing.
Yeah, and it's
So
made from Icelandic ingredients. From
yeah, it's almost all natural. The only thing that's not 100% natural is it has a synthetic leather smell in it because it's kind of hard to extract leather smell. So I mean, it's a natural tree oils. Biggest thing you smell is the trees. We
yeah,
only have like 100-year-old forests in Iceland. So people in other countries would call them bushes, but
yeah,
we call them forests.
yes,
So it's based on the smell of Icelandic trees. Yeah.
yeah. So if you want to smell like a young Icelandic forest, then this is the smell to go
Yes.
for. Okay. Okay, but that's great, Addi. So yeah, I wish you good luck on this, and I hope that I will manage to see you guys on the tour, and yeah, you guys that are watching, I'm gonna put, as I said, links to those 3 singles, and also where you can find the album. There are some pretty cool special editions out there that you can actually pre-order, and I was checking that out. Some of it comes with a T-shirt, and it's really cool stuff. I really like that. Okay, Addi, that's great. Thanks a lot for your time today, and I hope that it works out well with the album. I'm really looking forward to it. And guys, you should check out the links below. And yeah, Addi, have a great day. Thanks for your time.
Thank you, Almar.